What's up? What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm gonna give it a minute. People to come in. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me just turn my headphones down. Okay. Yeah. What's up, guys? How you doing? Been a while, hasn't it? Oh boy. Man, where do I begin, right? Oh man. We're just gonna we're gonna sit and chill and get some work done, get some artwork done. You know. For those who find this after the fact, you know, I appreciate any kind words left in the comment section, obviously. And anybody who pops in during the chat, you know, feel free to say hi. So, you know, what you're currently looking at is a picture of Sun Jin Woo from Soul Leveling. Anybody who's keeping up with the some of the shorts that I've done, I've gone through and pretty much drew these characters and got this far the last time I did these. Haven't gone back to finish these yet, so I've been busy with other things. Life gets in the way, so this kind of gives me the chance to I guess pick up where I left off at, so to speak. So yeah, man, it's been a pretty long time for the most part. Excuse me, I'm just pulling up references now. Probably should have had these ready to go. But I'm pulling up my references so I can have them ready in front of me so I can get the colors, at least the colors right. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this on, see what that looks like. Okay, cool. All right. Welcome to the chat. We got somebody popped in. So yeah, it's been a pretty long while since I've done one of these. So, but yeah, I've been working and have a second job where sometimes I work nights. So usually on a Wednesday night, I'm usually working, but they gave me the night off because they changed the schedule. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let me go in here and do a stream. I haven't done one of these. So here we are. Kind of picking up where I left off with this, cleaning up some of these lines. Got some pretty chill music going, so but yeah, I guess something that's happened since the last time I've streamed is that I've gotten my hands on a 3D printer. So I've been also messing around with that, and made a model or two. So that's been kind of cool, but it's also been kind of nerve-wracking because I've been trying to learn the limitations of the printer. I didn't get the resin printer. I got my hands on a Bamboo Labs A1 printer, which is a filament. So it's the plastic version, like we're printing in plastic, not resin. So but I'm starting to realize slowly that for the types of things I want to print, I may have to upgrade at some point to a to an actual resin printer. So that's, don't know when that's gonna be, but that's gonna be something in the future, hopefully. If it wasn't for the fact that it costs a lot to get in to the hobby, I probably would have went that route in the beginning, but here we are. So hey, time and execution, how you doing, man? Glad you were able to catch me live. So yeah, glad you were able to pop in, and it's pretty cool. I just started, so don't feel like you missed anything. I've literally just been on for what, like 4 or 5 minutes, so still early. No, trust me, you're not late to the party. Like, you're definitely not late to the party. Well, since you're in here, I guess I can give you the news. Um, I the print that I started, it was a success. It printed all the way through. It's a little rough, but it did actually print. Um, so I mean, technically, it was a success. So um, yeah. So, however, I might have to redo one part or two. I don't know yet, but it's good for now. I might just kind of push on and to the other parts of the model and work on those next. So alright. Oh yeah, no problem. I took some video of it already. I'll probably take some pictures and then so I can have it with me next time you know, next time you see me. But yeah, man, like I said, right now we're just kind of just chilling, working on some solo leveling, artwork I started, and trying to get a little further in this because I've slightly neglected it. So trying to get back to it. And if the music is a little off, or actually, how does the oh, yeah, man, thank you. How does the audio coming in? The audio coming in pretty good? Cause I got the music coming in pretty normal volume, but I don't know if it's too loud, if it's drowning me out or anything like that. Pretty good, not loud, right? So okay, cool. So it's more like a background thing. So okay, cool. Kind of what I wanted. I kind of wanted to have it more in the background than being all up in your face, so to speak. If it started to drown me out, then it'd probably be kind of hard for you to hear me. So, okay, that's good. But yeah, I'm trying to create the some more artwork to be able to make the other half of this speed paint, so I can actually post this on my YouTube. It'll be the first video I'll be posting in a while. So like, yeah, I did the short, which was meant to be like a quick little teaser, kind of a holdover for people, but I definitely have to get back to actually producing stuff. So yeah. Can't keep the fans waiting, you know what I mean? So gotta get the people what they want, you know. So, I mean, I do have some ideas for some um pieces to potentially do. Yeah. Yeah. It's literally like a short that I made, and I did it on my phone. Pretty. Um, it was pretty quick. I used CapCut to do it, and it was, like I said, pretty fast. I did it, but it was pretty cool. I mean, like I said, it got pretty well received on Instagram and on TikTok when I put it on TikTok. So yeah, I actually did it while I was at work when that's how fast I did it. So hey, welcome into the chat. I see we have another pop in. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah. I'm just working on some solo leveling artwork. Over here just chilling and stuff. Just like I said, it's been kind of touching bases with people and seeing how everybody doing. It's been a while, so like you mentioned, apparently my how and why. Oh yeah, man, that freaking sucks, dude. And oh boy, not saying I've gone through that before, so I definitely know what you're talking about. It sucks. It definitely sucks. Jesus. Yeah, no, I hope you figure that out, man, because um that's definitely a point of concern. Definitely, I mean, somebody could be not parading around as you per se, but you know, who knows what could be done in your behalf without actually knowing. So definitely gotta watch out for that. Like I said, I had a scare, something similar to that when on one of my older accounts I had. So I know exactly how that feels. I actually had somebody start like adding a bunch of like random accounts to my profile, whatever the case. So that was nerve wracking. I had to then change my password and all that stuff, and then go in and then delete. Or not, yeah, I had to unfriend and delete every single ad that they had because it was like ridiculous. All of the people who were, they were adding on purpose, like on my behalf, and I was like, half of these people I don't know none of these people. So he said, yeah, looking at safeguards in case other platforms have run through. Okay, yeah, it's good to cover your bases with that. Yeah. Like I said, if it's only the Insta, then that's a pretty easy one to salvage. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying yeah, Instagram is pretty easy to salvage as far as that goes. Let me see if I can bring this over here and wow, that changed. I gotta think about Hmm, I might have to reconsider getting a new freaking drawing tablet at some point. So you guys can't see this obviously. Um, so I'm I have my phone also on the side of me, kind of like in it's how I'm reading my chat. Um, but I'm noticing that the colors on my phone are coming up considerably darker than what I have on my screen. So um I guess in lamest terms, the color palette isn't as one to one as I would like for it to be. Interesting. So that might be a future investment, maybe. Uh, we'll see what happens. But like, yeah, the color of the skin is definitely darker on my phone than it is on my tablet, on my drawing tablet. So, all right, well, so I push on. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so I got a chance to go to the gym a little earlier, so um, got a decent workout in, and that was great. All right, it's over. Okay, let's go from your perspective. Yeah, I know. It's like it's only really the cause like I said, I'm just looking at it on. I'm looking at it on my phone, looking at it, and I'm seeing what you're seeing. It's just my computer, huh? Okay, so what did you work on in? Are you beat up the store? No, I'm not that sore. At this particular point in my journey, I'm pretty I'm pretty confident in my ability to lift, and so nothing really gets sore like they used to unless I am doing something completely new. And but no, today was kind of like a how can you say more like a freestyle kind of day for me, where I was kind of covered some bases, worked on some areas that um not saying I neglected or anything, but I just wanted to touch some areas that um I haven't touched them in touched them in like a couple of days. So I just wanted to at least get those areas hit, and um just so I can feel a little bit better going towards the end of the week. Because the next time I'll probably go to the gym will be Saturday. So yeah. Let's see what we got here. Welcome into the chat. Welcome in. Okay, you got the multiply. Hmm. Before work, I presume. What do you mean? Um, no, the gym. No, I went to the gym after I got off work there. So yeah. I had already had like a full day of working before I actually went to the gym and worked out. So yeah. Yeah. So I'm just I'm not sore or anything. I'm just it was just enough workout on Saturday. Oh yeah, the workout on Saturday will definitely be before I go to work. Usually what I usually do, I usually will work out before I go into work. But I try to do it a couple of hours with some time in between, so I can rest and stuff before I have to go into work Saturday. So yeah, it's been a consistent thing for me for the last couple of months. So or at least for the last year or so. Yeah, I mean it's a pretty cool little regimen, little hookup I got. Let's see, you got that shadow, you got the shadow right here. Okay, let me try to do some of the shadow underneath the hair next. But this is one of those rare opportunities that if you if there's anything you want to ask related to art or anything of the like, feel free to ask. While you have my attention here, I'll do my best to try to answer it. Your work that you've been able to manage also doesn't look like it's very good. Yeah, trust me. Though that little window of time from working out to going to work definitely helps. Like I said, I try to leave myself at least like a good 2 or 3 hour window. So so I can have that time to rest and recover. Nice on the next show. Yeah, thank you. Oh boy, this is coming together, so I'm very happy about that. Now the reference is definitely I am taking some liberties with the reference because now that I'm looking at it, and you say about art, sometimes you have to step away from it to look back at it with fresher eyes, so you can see what any mistakes you've made or whatever the case may be. I realize now that I made the eyes a little in the shadow. Yeah, thank you. No, I think I realized that the eyes or the irises are a little too long here. They're meant to be a little bit more rounder. And actually, the whole eye in this entirety needs to be a whole lot shorter. Like I drew him super big. He's bigger than the reference. So, I'm not saying it's too late to go back and fix it. It kind of is. I don't know. Maybe I need to. Let me see if I can try something here. Clip Studio Paint has this new liquify tool. It's supposed to be able to work without um without having to like mess with the individual layers, so to speak. It'll kind of do everything together. Let me see if let's see if my version has it here or not. If it doesn't, then oh well, I'm kind of SOL. Mm, smart smoothing, remove tones, shading assist, transform, line distribution. Colorize. I don't know if I have I don't know if I have that liquify tool, huh? Oh no, I do have liquify. Oh snap. Okay. So we're gonna try. Okay, so the strength is a little low. Oh wait, damn. Boy, I almost messed it up myself. Okay, now let's try this. Strength. It's not working as well as I thought it would. Either I'm doing something wrong here, or almost finished my Gara and Kimaru duel. Need an honest critique? Yeah, man. No problem. I'll definitely help critique it. Give you what I think on it. Push, expand, push right. Expand. I do need to push it. I don't know why it's not letting me. You know what? Bump this. I'm gonna go back and do this the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna take the lasso tool and we're gonna do with this the old-fashioned way. Or at least until I fully understand what the hell that tool does. Rotate, free transform. Try and mirror the eye underneath on the left. No, I'm actually just trying to resize it. Really honest with you, but I just realized that the eyes that I drew were slightly they were slightly wide, like they were a little longer than they needed to be. So I was just trying to resize them. But I wanted to use the liquify tool to see if I can, affect the image of as a whole and not have to, because that's the whole thing about liquefy, that it's supposed to help you not have to do what I just did essentially. But here we are. So I had to resort to doing it anyway. But it's cool, it's fine. Sometimes the old way is the better solution sometimes. So it's cool. People, but it's interesting though. But just by changing the eye size, like the width of the eye, it almost changes the look of the character. So that's crazy. How like that's just, I guess there's a little bit of a kernel of truth in this. Is that you'd be surprised what changing the eyes of a character can do for the character in question, you know. I guess it's one of the rare cases where size really does matter. No pun intended. So moving on. Let's see if I can get this orange color to fit, or at least match a little bit. Oh, truth. On the changing the last bit. Yeah. Yeah, eyes are really tricky because just the slightest change can change the expression of a character. So I mean, it's not like I'm saying anything that's like not knowledge to anybody. I mean, it's said that they're the windows of the soul for a reason, right? So it's why that's such a popular phrase and thing. Um, you want to know what a person is thinking or feeling in the moment, just kind of just watch their expression change and kind of get an idea of what's going on there. All right. Welcome into the chat. Welcome to the chat. You got a couple of people, popping in and out and stuff. So, um, you come in, feel free to say hi. We just sitting here chilling, just listening to music, vibing, working on some art. You nothing super crazy. So. I don't get a chance to do these as often as I would like. I kind of want to change that. I tried so many variations of animated eyes. Easiest eyes I can draw is the ones on Dragon Ball, the original. Yeah, it was drawn. It was done that way on purpose, if you believe it or not. So you have to look at it from the art, from the perspective of the guy who created it. Wow, why is his name escaping me right now? Holy shit, Toriyama. You gotta think about it from Toriyama's perspective. He had to be able to churn out the series on a weekly basis. Not the anime, the manga. So he had to be able to pick a design or an element that made it easy for him to be able to stay on schedule. So it's actually what birthed the idea of Super Saiyan for him, because I think the story goes, if I'm being correct here, the story goes is that he came up with Super Saiyan because he was too lazy to have to color in the hair black all the time. So, and because of the crunch and the deadlines and stuff that he had to make on creating the series, he had to find shortcuts in order to get the series out in a timely manner. So he came up with the Super Saiyan hair color, which in the manga is just white with like black outline, which saved him time from having to go in and have to color in everything black. And he just kind of gave it, he kind of just was like, okay, this is the transformation. Cool, boom. And the rest is history. Now, it's only when we get to the anime that we actually get the actual like hair color being yellow and, you know, whatever. But originally it was just him drawing it as a white hair color with streaks and like details in it. So, yeah. It was literally just him being like, yeah, I got deadlines to make and I can't fucking, you know, afford to be wasting time. So, yeah. Lazy but smart. Yeah. Yeah. So, no, but see, but that's the thing. When your work becomes serialized in that respect, you have to find little things to help the process along. You have to find those little shortcuts. That's really what they were. It was just a shortcut. But like you said, he had the busy schedule. Yeah. I mean, you have editorials breathing down your neck. Hey, we need to get this thing out fast so people can keep the audience engaged. We got, you know, because this is like, we're talking about like early Shonen Jump magazine, right? So, if you wanted your stuff to be seen in our weekly publication, there was a schedule you got to stick with. You had to produce, had to be on time, right? So, you know. But I could not imagine being a freaking like manga artist in that particular time. Don't get me wrong, it paid off, obviously, because, you know, his stuff became like the biggest thing, you know, ever. But I just couldn't imagine. I can't imagine the stress that schedule probably brought him. Just trying to keep up with it. It's just, Jesus Christ. Can't imagine what that was like. So. He deserves his flowers just for keeping it up. Yeah. And on top of that, you figure like once his show became so immortalized to the point that he had like video game deals and offers and stuff like that, he had to, you know, they had to take those works of art and then like do the whole video game stuff. And, you know, same thing with the voice actors. Like, yeah, give it up to the voice actors too. They had to be able to like stay on schedule and like offer their voices to these characters when they're being like done in the video game, but then also show up to like do the voices on the show as well. Like, some of these things were being done at the same exact time. So imagine being like a voice actor going into like yeah, we gotta do a reading for the show today, right? And then we also gotta do these lines for this video game that's coming out in like 3 months. Like, let's lock in. So kind of locked the fuck in. So I can only imagine. So but yeah, a lot of people don't understand how hard that shit was. So I'm just going in and softening up these edges real quick so they're not so harsh. Yeah. And I think eventually I'm probably gonna put like a filter over all of these, kind of desaturate the color a little bit. Okay. So everyone that was involved deserves their roses for it. Can argue based on this and popularity. Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. They definitely deserve the roses, definitely. Let's zoom out, see what we got so far. Okay, not bad so far, not bad. I think what I want to do for this is actually, you know what? No, let me not do that. What we're gonna do is this. Do that. If you go invert. What's good so far? Thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna take this gray. And then change the opacity, the multiply, lower. Actually, we're gonna keep that just like that for right now. And then I'm gonna go back and erase. Oops. Erase. This. Here. Come on. Alright. So this technique I'm doing is a great way to help your artwork pop. So what you do is, so what I did is that I saturated the picture by putting a kind of a filter over it. It's not really a filter, it's more like a gray filter, or a gray solid color over top. And then with that, I'm able to kind of go back in and like erase areas that would be like high points for the you know, oh shit, sorry, high points for the for where like light would touch on the picture. So that's another thing I've been trying to work on, improving the shading shining of the character's hair. Trying to get the hang of it. Yeah, no, it's tricky. It's tricky. It kind of dictates. It kind of comes down to like the scene in question, because like the environment has a lot to do with it has a lot to do with the way that the characters will look. If there is lighting in the picture, or if there's, you know, like the light source, all that stuff, it gets a little hard to keep track of all of that stuff. I just remembered, or I just realized I had another error I didn't color in here. So it's a shadow spot right there. And then this shadow right here, I forgot. But yeah, no, it does take some trial and error, man. So don't feel too bad about that. You ain't lying. It's definitely tricky. Yeah, no, it is. Because the hardest part about it is the use cases, right? It's like the when to do it, when not to do it. You know, that's literally what it kind of comes down to. It's like, yeah, it's because it's situational. So you always have to kind of evaluate. Okay, when do I use it? When do I not use it? When is it appropriate? When, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So, but to be honest with you, this technique that I'm doing right now, I kind of took this from another artist I was watching. So, I forgot who exactly I was watching do this, but no, actually, no. You know what? I'll fuck it. I'll shout him out. I just remember his name. Jay the Concept. So if you're watching, Jay, shout out to you for this technique. He has a similar technique where he will put a gray or a darker filter over top. Usually it's like a it's not gray, obviously. I use the color gray, but he'll use the color like blue or something, or whatever the case may be, and then he'll go in and actually, you know, highlight, or, you know, do what I pretty much did and like erase areas that will be lighter compared to the other areas. So and right, I'm actually just kind of experimenting with this right now, because the way that this scene is lit in the reference, it's kind of meant to be like this really harsh lighting on the character. So I'm kind of trying to recreate that. This guy, after season 1, changed his body and even face shape and everything, and he changed his face bone. What's up, Zeno? How you doing, man? Yeah, there's a reason for that, actually, and I don't want to spoil it, the reason, but yeah, there's a reason for that, why he changed so much. There's a reason for that. Don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen. or read. Actually, it's funny enough. It's funny enough. It's not even like I read the manga either, or the manhwa. Sorry, so to speak. I just got spoiled on it, so I know it without knowing it. I guess if that makes any sense. Like I know it, but I'm not supposed to know it. But I know what happens. So yeah. But there is a reason why he changes so much. It's part of the plot too, so it's like, yeah, yeah. But welcome in, man. I appreciate you stopping in to say hi. And to be honest with you, I might not stay stuck on this artwork for the entire time I'm streaming, or I might go into something else. Whoa, Zeno, please don't delete me. Right, the universe stuff, yeah. Jesus. Yeah, no. Zeno's cool as long as you play with him, you know. He won't off your entire world. Just you just gotta show him a good time. So. That's usually how that works. You saw we all saw what Goku did. Goku had to promise him an actual like fun time with the whole universe fighting each other shit, so he could sort of save his universe. That shit was clutch, but highly irresponsible. Holy shit. Could you imagine being like, yeah, man, don't delete my world, but also, let's have a tournament. I'll show you how fucking based our fucking planet is. So, please don't fucking awful. Nah, but that was pretty cool. Actually. Oh, wait, hold on. Can I do that? No. I gotta actually go dark. Go dark. Nope, can't do that either. Interesting. Actual. Ain't that some shit? Okay, cool. So anybody got any questions or anything while hey, I'll pick a fight with Kid Buu, the same being that went to heaven and whipped tail before I ever misrepresent him. Yeah, word. I mean, here's a good question. Could we realistically fight Zeno and win? Because you'd have a literal angel fighting up against a being that can alter realities or like blip him away like he's Thanos with a snap. That's a pretty interesting question. You're welcome to ponder that for a second. Yeah. Could we stop Zeno from like fucking up an entire universe? Now look at the difference that makes with this layer. That's with the layer on. That's with the layer off. Layer on, layer off. Look how drastic of a change that is. It's like I turned the light on. That's cool. That's cool as shit. All right, so see if I can give the Rizwu a little some love. Yes, I called him Rizwu because he's literally aura farming like every minute he's on screen. That man is forever aura farming. By watching this, it's giving me a lot to work on. And no, I'm not picking a fight with a being that can wipe out everything with the glowing fist. Not a laser beam or energy ball. Glowing fist. Yeah, no, definitely. Not. I mean, no, you definitely gotta learn how to pick your battles wisely, and that's definitely one you definitely want to pick wisely. Follow with the bar. Yeah. He will not think twice. Zeno will not think twice about that. He will pop in, figure out. I mean, okay, hold on. But here's the thing, though. Is it worse? Is it worse than Beerus, who will like literally fuck your whole shit up if your food fucking sucks? Cause he did that. Fucking that was something that he did. You know, like fucking no remorse. That motherfucker would be like, give me some food. If it sucks, I am fucking wiping your shit out. Shit, the one planet he went to, he had their food. He was like, okay, it's half good, so I'll only blow up half your planet. And he split the fucking planet in half and blew up the other. I'm like, could you imagine being on the half that blew up? Come on. Couldn't. Hell no. What? Oh, your food is only half good, so I'll blow up half your planet. Get the fuck out of here. The nerve of this guy. And then he'll leave and then leave the planet and be like, all right, man, you know that was cool. What's the next on the agenda? Like the fuck? You just going from planet to planet, fucking it up because their food sucks. That was literally, if you remember, it was the one thing that saved Earth from getting destroyed. They made him some food that was actually good, so he was like, you know what? All right, cool. I won't blow up Earth. I was like, now obviously, you know, Goku wasn't gonna let this shit happen anyway, but still, you know. The fact that the conversation even came up in the first place is like, excuse me, probably no different, but destroying a world versus erasing a universe from existence. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I guess they're kind of one and the same. No, I mean you're kind of right. You're like the entire existence. You're right. You're right. An entire existence away, like the whole universe. Yeah, no, that's definitely scarier. Definitely scarier. And you know what's crazy, bro? You know what's crazy about that? Zeno would be the only one left. You remember during that tournament, the tournament of power, and like when he popped over into that one universe, there was just a white void, and it had fucking Zeno just floating in it. Bro. I was like, you're the only one that survived in this entire. Remember they pull him out of it, and then like it gives Zeno a friend that he could play with. Like so, it's like Zeno from one universe playing with the other Zeno from another universe. It was like, the fuck? Like Zeno, but he wiped away the entire universe and was the only one left floating in a void of nothing, just floating. I was like, could you imagine? Just yeah, no, I can't. Nah, I guess that's technically the worst. Yeah, you're right. It's worse. I succeed. My point. I made. Fuck it. That's terrifying. God, I could not. I could not imagine doing that shit. Anyway, and I see some people popped in. I appreciate you guys coming in and checking out the stream, man. I know, right? That was insane. Yeah, man. I was like, yo, he just popped over into the universe and he was just floating in space, just not saying, not doing shit. He was just yeah. Let's see, we are. How far into the stream are we in? We are an hour and 12 minutes into the stream. I appreciate you guys being here for this long, man. Yeah, man. I didn't expect to be, I guess, going this long, but here we are. Give me Kid Buu or Frieza. Hell, give me Beerus. Absolutely a passing zone. Yeah, yeah. Cause at least you know you can at least win that. At least you could possibly win that fight. There is no fighting a fucking literal fucking yeah. There's no use trying to put up that fight with a literal fucking. Oh, but here's the thing though, like if Beerus is the god of destruction, right? And then Whis is like the angel, right? Keeping Beerus in check. Who the fuck is keeping Zeno in check? Like Zeno could literally just pop off and just fuck your shit up just cause he having a bad day if he really wanted to. Like, who's stopping Zeno? Who's keeping that guy in check? Ain't nobody keeping Zeno in check, bro. It's like he just cause he feel like it, he could fuck your shit up. Yeah, I was bored, so I fucking wiped away your fucking universe. What? But also, I guess the question I was trying to make was, what does that make Zeno? If Whis is the god of if Whis is the angel, and Beerus is the god of destruction, what the fuck does that make Zeno? And also, I don't remember, fucking Beerus. Every Beerus of every universe is scared at him. What does that make Zeno? Is Zeno like God or something like that? Like, is he like the one above all, or like some being that's like omnipotent or some shit? Like, what the fuck that's about? If my friend was in here who knew about Dragon Ball lore, he'd be able to answer that. I don't know shit. Well, I mean, I don't know as much as I should. Only question I have is the one in the other world. Are they erased from existence too? Technically, it's a part of the universe. Other world. I'm not. I don't get the reference to other world that you mentioned in here. You talking about the world? You talking about the other universes that participated in the tournament? Because they were all fighting for their own fucking universes. That's why it was such a big deal. Actually, and that was fucking crazy too, because we got a chance to see like the people in heaven and hell, or the dead people in heaven and hell. Ooh, that's a good question. You're right. It is a good question. Do they get erased too? That's a good question. That is, yo, I didn't even think of that. Cause like if the universe exists and like you have a heaven and hell in that universe, would they cease to exist? That's a good ass fucking question. Holy shit. Well, I guess because they're already dead. I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know. Damn, you got me on that one. I'm stumped. That is definitely a good ass fucking question. Would the people who are already dead also be erased from existence? I gotta think about that one. That's a good one. See, I would imagine no, because they're already dead. But we have seen that hell is an actual literal place you can go to in Dragon Ball Z. So, I mean, just look at the movie where they brought everybody back for that one day and shit, and they fucked shit up. And like fucking Nappa comes back and fucking Vegeta fucking kills them again. And it's like, fuck out of here. So no, that's a good ass fucking question though. Fucking, I mean, Frieza had to go somewhere, right? So it's like, yeah, no, that's a good ass question. You over here philosophizing about the existence of heaven and hell in the fucking Dragon Ball Z universe. I did not think I'd be doing that tonight. Dead. How's the music for you? Is this decent? Is it, you want me, you think I should change it to something else? It's been kind of one singular note for the last little bit, so yeah. If you think I should change it, just let me know. Crazy thought, right? Yeah. Soul's already gone is removed from the distance. It just came to mind, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, if they're already so here's a good question. Let's say they exist separately, right? Like heaven and hell exist separately from the universe. Does that mean that anybody who got wiped away from Zeno just automatically pops up in fucking hell or heaven? Like, could you imagine King Yema? Is it King Yema? Yeah, Yema. Just being the guy at the fucking at the door, like being like, yeah, I'm the one dispatching all the souls from like up top and bottom, and then all of a sudden, fucking Zeno fucking pops up, snaps his fucking fingers, and then he has like a line out the goddamn door. He's like, holy shit! Like that line of like 100 becomes like a line of like fucking billions of people, He's like, shit, I thought I was going home to see my kids this weekend. I won't be doing that. I gotta process all these people, all these souls and shit, bro. I do not envy that man one bit. Oof, Jesus Christ. Do not envy that man one bit. I guess we'll never know, but the thought itself is absolutely terrifying. Yeah. Oh shit. Mm-hmm. Same. That's a lot. So Twitter could have chilled out on some. Yeah. Yeah, he could have. Fucking. So I have a plan for the eyes on this one. I might just do them all white for now. Cause I plan on doing like this light effect on them to make them like glow. So glows only work with the eyes being completely white. So I'm gonna probably just keep them white like that. For right now. Like the sharpness of the eye, of the intense look. Yeah, it's meant to be intense. I don't think I nailed it specifically. Again, the references really what do you call it? It's very. I think it's actually from the solo leveling game, or from the manga. This particular references, so it's a little dramaed up as far as um the lighting and stuff. It's if I was able to show you what the actual reference I'm using is, you'd be like, good luck trying to recreate anything close to this, because this has like a lot of like effects going on with like the smoke and the aura around them, and the hair is like has this painterly texture to it, and it's like, what the hell? Um so yeah, it's I mean, given the nature of the picture, it does look pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty dope. I might try to see if I can fast forward this track list, because this listing is like 11-hour mix or some shit. So I'm gonna see if I can fast forward to another part of the mix that sounds a little bit more upbeat. I mean, it's all supposed to be lo-fi stuff anyway, but like, dun, 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 dun. Welcome in. I see we got some people popping in. I appreciate you guys popping in. This I am John, the artist, and um, working on some artwork here for hopefully a future speed paint. So don't feel too bad if you miss this, because I'll probably end up going back and, well, be honest with you, I might not even be able to finish all of this tonight anyway. So there'll probably be another stream where I'll go in and finish whatever I don't get to do today. Finish it, and then I'll take that footage and then make it speed paint out of it. But yeah, this reference is which is probably a good thing because you don't want to get any type of trouble for trying to recreate something. But I'm gonna see if I can do a little something with this jacket real quick. So the thing about black when you do stuff like this, they never really want to go full black because you might have some detail or something you might want to put in the jacket. So the only way you can do that is if you don't go full black. You have to go like dark gray, and then you'll use black for actual like shadows and stuff. So there goes a little tip for you guys out there, YouTube world. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna soften these lines right here a little bit so they're not so harsh. Cool. Okay. Mic check 1 2. Oh, my bad. I was just checking to see if everybody can still hear me. We're gonna skip ahead. See what else we got here. Let's see. So the shirt, the jacket, shirt collars, and manga anime is way too cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, these things tend to be drawn pretty freaking epically, like you mentioned. So, it's not even like it's hard to replicate. It's not. It's just I think my sketch, I didn't have a decent sketch. I think so. Again, these things kind of ebb and flow. So, wow, it started to rain. I think over here. But what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to end up fading out the jacket area, so it's a little bit more like a poster. Kind of what I'm trying to go for here. And the thing about the reference, right? The reference has like a lot of like pinks and purples and stuff on top of it too. So it's like, so like all of this gray and black and stuff, like it's actually like way more, how do you call it, mystifying in the actual like picture. Which again, I might try to give it a crack at recreating it by just probably putting like a purple filter or something over top of it, see if that works. In other news, wrestling is I don't know if anybody knows, but I've been trying to keep up with wrestling and things of that nature. We have a wrestling event coming up overseas, and a lot of people were wondering who John Cena's next opponent was going to be on his farewell tour. Only for us to get the confirmation that he will be fighting AJ Styles. So AJ Styles, he was asked at one point if he was going to wrestle John Cena on his farewell tour, and he did not know if he was going to have a match with John Cena before he left, and he's gonna get that opportunity. So, and even John Cena himself was like, yeah, there's a lot of people who I might not be able to get a chance to wrestle. So, he had a match where he paid homage to AJ Styles by performing his signature move in the middle of a match. And rightfully so, he AJ Styles, he was a little frustrated with WWE recently about the decisions and things of that nature. Stuff that was going on behind the scenes and stuff. Like, he didn't like stuff that was going on. He was trying to be a little vocal about it. Really wish he kept up with the heel turn. Seemed more interesting when he's against the crowd. Oh, you're talking about Cena? Yeah. Well, here's the thing about it. He actually addressed that actually in one of the promos he did, where he it was the promo that he turned face again, and he mentioned how there was an idea, there was a plan, and the powers that be, so to speak, kind of set him in, put him in that position, and then left him there to kind of like figure it the fuck out on his own, so to speak. So, and I think that was probably like a little jab at maybe The Rock. Not gonna, sit here and put any false narratives out there or false accusations, but people felt like he was like, oh yeah, he's speaking on the thing with The Rock, right? So, because essentially what ended up happening was, it was an idea, right? And it was like whether it was either gonna be Cody that was gonna take the deal, or if it was going to be, like who was gonna because originally it was Cody Rhodes, The Rock, being like, oh yeah, I want your soul, I want you to be my champion moving forward, but also I want you to, I want your soul, I want you to, hand that bitch over to me, so to speak. And Cody Rhodes being like, no, because my fans and things of that nature, right? So it gave the room, it gave opportunity for John Cena to do that. Yeah, a lot of talent is not getting the push opportunities. Don't blame them for their frustration, but they can't please all the time. More about the mic hype than the wrestling. Yeah, it's unfortunately they do. I will say they do a little bit more talking than wrestling on wrestling nowadays. But you have to understand that when you have wrestling events that happen literally months apart from each other, right? It's not enough time for them to have those matches to build up a story like they used to. Usually, you'd have months upon, you had months to build stories, which is what like Japan does for a lot of their stuff. They don't shy away from the idea of like, we're going to have these long running storylines and have it actually pay off at some big wrestling event, right? Like, like they could have a storyline run for a year in some cases, and it may not get the conflict resolution till their WrestleMania for their country, right? So yeah, so it's just the way the promotion handles it. And unfortunately, because we go from month to month seemingly with all of these different events and stuff like that, they have to keep people engaged, right? There's a lot of engagement they have to keep in mind. There's storylines that they have to, if they're not going to create them wholesale, they have to like do everything kind of at once. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. So like they don't have the time, like I said, to spend building up like month long storylines, right? So it's kind of like, again, it's what people kind of don't like. But at the same time, when you have that many people working for you, and you have to keep everybody engaged and entertained because there's so much talent, there's some people who are going to kind of fall in the cracks, and they're not going to maybe get seen, right? Because at the end, it is a business, right? So they have to keep people engaged long enough to be able to buy the tickets to go to the show. So the turnover rate from from show from like wrestling event to wrestling event, it's pretty, I mean, like, it's a telling sign of, like, yeah, these, they have to keep you engaged. And if you're not engaged, then the viewership goes down. So, that's a big ass brush on. I'm going through right now and seeing if I can recreate anything from this source material. So there's a lot of like lighting effects and tricks and stuff on the source reference here. So I'm trying to kind of recreate some of that stuff here. Now, don't get me wrong. The people who they have currently carrying these different storylines, they're doing a really good job in carrying these storylines. You have your Cody Rhodes. So, like, Cody Rhodes has gotten really good on the microphone. So it's not like back in the day where he was a little, maybe trepidatious on the mic. Like, he's fully coming to his own, so to speak, as far as his ability to keep the fans engaged. It doesn't hurt the fact that his persona has pretty much kind of took the entire industry by storm, so to speak. So, don't get me wrong. I mean, the entrances are fire, pretty, for the most part. They're pretty fire. His his outfits, or when he wrestles, are pretty fucking dope. Like, his entrance attire, pretty fucking dope. What else? I mean, the song is pretty catchy, right? I mean, he has everybody singing it when he comes out to the crowd and stuff. So it's like they knew what they were doing with him, and for a lot of people, they were like, "Yeah, you know what? He deserved it," because after all the shit that he was going through, prior, it was good to see him finally get his, chance to actually be popular, because anybody who knows him back from when he was dashing Cody Rhodes, or if he was Stardust, you knew how rough that was for him. Like, when he did dashing Cody Rhodes and he was doing the thing with his brother, with Stardust, before his brother Dustin got fired and let go, like, that was a moment in time for real. Like, no one thought that we would ever see him and his brother both doing some weird, wacky shit together. But he did it. It worked for like a good, a year or two that they did it for? I forgot how long they did it for. But yeah, man, it was dope. but again, like I said, seeing how far he's come. Even Randy Orton mentioned it. He was like, "Yeah, man, I've seen you come a long way," and it's like, you know, like if anybody deserves to get to do what he's doing now, it's him. Like he's he definitely deserves it. So, but the problem is, like again, going back to what I was saying before, it's the idea of like, okay, how are we going to keep the audience entertained? Because yeah, people like him, but if there's nothing new going on with the character, they're not gonna stay engaged. So it's like, okay, well, how do we keep people interested in this character who he may only wrestle maybe once in a while, or he might he might have a title shot every once in a while. Like, how do we keep things going and engaged in the middle of all these bigger events they go on? So, like, I do not envy at for 1 second Triple H's position. So, yeah, all about getting the crowd and keeping them ready just for what you're gonna say. Yeah. I'd love to see him Punk that went pipe bomb 2009, 2011. Or Randy Orton that was on in absolute minutes. Yeah, yeah. Shit. This would be a hot take. The most entertaining part of the John Cena heel turn was when he did his own pipe bomb, and he kind of mimicked the pipe bomb that when he was going back at when he was going against CM Punk and he wrestled, he did his own version of that same pipe bomb. And the breaking the fourth wall, like, hey, I'm breaking the fourth wall. Like, he did the whole bit. So that was entertaining in and of itself. I think what helped a lot with John Cena with this whole heel run was the fact that he's been making movies all this time, so he knows how to act, and him knowing how to act and how to like get get people to like watch him as he acts and performs and stuff like that. It's probably helped him on this little journey run that he's been on. So, yeah. But yeah, no, he definitely I know, I think it made sense too that he went back at the to being the face again, because I don't think it would have ended too well for him if he would have went out on that note. Because the things that he said while he was the heel were true to an extent, like how like the way crowds are with entertainers in general. Like, he was, if anything, he was just like spitting facts from the perspective of any other wrestler in that industry, right? So it's like, exactly, saying the things that take away the white hat guy. Stone Cold Steve Austin was my absolute favorite on that concept. You don't have to be the nice guy to be beloved. Yeah. Shock value will always kind of win in that regard as well. Doing things that will shock people and be like, "Oh my god, he did that." Yeah. So that's exactly what it kind of came down to when it came to Stone Cold. Stone Cold was a shock value guy, he he knew what to do to get people to watch him, in a sense. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna see if I can copy, edit, paste. And then I'm gonna take the copy, change the color to like a purple-ish, bluish color. Something like that. And I'm gonna change the color. See what that does. Nope. Okay. Undo. Okay, that almost kind of worked. Almost kind of got it. Okay. I might have to change this color again. Okay, overlay kind of works here. Hold on. Let him cook, Sanji. Let him cook. Hard light. Overlay almost works. Interesting. Because what we're not gonna do. Alright, so what I'm gonna do for this is I'm gonna put another layer over top. I'm gonna get this really like pinkish purple. And see what this is. Let him cook, Sanji. Let him cook. Ooh, that almost kind of hurt. Alright, hold on. Now I gotta go and blend this in. Hold on. Gotta go and blend this. Or blur, not a blur. Soften up the edge. Ooh. Okay, and this is how you achieve glowing eyes. That looks pretty fucking awesome. Put the zoom in back. Now it's meant to be a little more subtle. I'm gonna have to probably pop it down a little bit, but actually pretty. That's actually pretty good right there. Might have to go and darken up all of these. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you. I'm just at this particular point I'm just trying to kind of I'm just trying to achieve the right effect, so to speak. And that was way too high. Holy shit. Yeah. At this particular point I'm just trying to achieve a desired effect. I'm gonna turn this back. Okay, it's doing this auto saving real quick. Alright, so this left. Change this back to overlay. There you go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some more of this really light color here, and I'm going to tighten up some of these. Highlight here. Yeah, man, it's fucking. Sometimes this shit is your best friend. This fucking glow tool. I fucking love this tool. Now, the only other problem I think I'm going to have here is the background. Because of what just happened right there. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Might have to keep this outside. So. That's crazy. Okay. Interesting. And this has to go over top like that. Yeah. What am I thinking for the background? Well, I started doing it here. It's just I have to create some more solids in this picture first. Like, for example, I never properly went in and gave Sun Jin Woo up top a actual white shirt. So I gotta like go in and like properly give him a white shirt, or at least cut off the area and like put white in it so I can actually be there fully. And that's the one thing I hate about white canvases, which is usually why people suggest not to paint on white canvases, is that it's hard to tell what's white and what's not white. That's why some people will actually take another layer, put it there, color it in with another color that's not white, and then have that be the background, so they can tell the difference between white and the color that's there. But as far as the background goes, I might try to incorporate the purple and stuff from the anime, because it kind of had that little purple aesthetic. So I might try to do something with that. Sounds easy and convenient. No, it is. Sometimes easy and convenient is a good thing when you're doing backgrounds. If not, you're stuck, trying to do a lot with maybe not in a lot of time. So can I do this? Okay. So let me see what this is here. So originally I had this going for the background here. So this purplish kind of background with the kind of fading from one to the other. So but it kind of just goes to show how badly I planned, because I have no real way of transitioning this from one to the other. So I gotta like get a little creative with this, unfortunately. boy.
Beautiful, beautiful.
What in the hell? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the hell to do here. Oh, there you go. Okay. So, I mean, as of right now, that's what we got. I could do like the black, like aura stuff as well. Um, which wouldn't be too bad either. Dang. This is sweet. Gotta catch more of these lives. Thank you, man. Hopefully I can do these more often. Again, this is literally just me trying to get back into the swing of it because it's been so long. None of these techniques or things that you see me done so far are like the holy grail of like art for the most part. Somebody could come in here, see this, and be like, "Oh, this guy is whack. This guy sucks." Because of because none of these. I mean, like if I really want to be technical about it, none of these lines are like the greatest lines drawn. Some of this stuff is kind of janky. So, um, it's just, and that's not me being hyperbolic. It's just me being aware of my own what do you call it? It's me being aware of my own mortality, I guess, so to speak. I know I'm not the greatest, the best at any one thing, but a lot of this stuff is just kind of just me messing around and like figuring out what works and what doesn't. So like I wouldn't have stumbled across this technique with the gray if I wasn't just walking around. And it's kind of how a lot of these tend to happen sometimes. It's me messing around. Like right now, I'm about to fuck around again. Real quick, hold on. Let me see something. I think this is how this works. If I take this and I take this, I should be able to do this. So that worked. I can't believe that worked. So I'm tinting all of the gray purple from the layer that was the multiply layer over here. So it kind of matches up with the coloring I have over here for this. So that actually is kind of working. So what I'm doing is I'm actually kind of going over this. So I'm using the gray from the layer down here as a mask to color purple over it and then kind of giving it a purple tint. The purple tint is going to help it kind of blend together with what I already got working here. So it kind of helps integrate a little bit more. Just seeing the play-by-play on your craft, even providing a lot of analysis to get to understand what will work out in their work. Maybe not be perfect, but it gives ideas on how to do. Yeah. And again, it's not like I ain't, if you can glean any part of or any piece of dope information from this, I'm happy, because that means that I'm not just talking out of my ass. So again, these parts of the artwork tend to just be kind of like trying to integrate stuff together. Like, okay, like how, like what am I gonna do to help it just integrate better and make things appear to be cohesive, even though in reality these two pictures are two references that have nothing to do with each other, right? So as a person who's working kind of the digital, but also as a composition, it then becomes your duty to then be like, okay, how do I take these two things that have nothing to do with each other and make them feel as if they're together? So And it actually, the funnier part about the whole integrating thing is that this is kind of what they go through in actual like anime sometimes, is that they go through a whole post processing thing where they go through and they touch up stuff and make things pop, and it's an entire freaking process that they do at the end of their works, so they can polish it and make things look good. So what I'm doing is no different than what like an actual like anime studio or artist would actually do for their own work. So um I gotta do that again. Okay. Now this lighting also kind of makes sense now if you look at it, because in the like I said, in the original source material, there was an overhead kind of spotlight thing going on here, right? So by doing this, it allows me to kind of semi achieve that look without actually lighting up the entire picture. So that kind of works there, like that. Have it properly fading at the bottom. So So, though this doesn't seem like it's a lot here, this is kind of like one of the best parts of the process, because then when you start seeing things kind of come together, so to speak. Um, let's see if I can do anything up here. Help this out. These pop a little bit. Go ahead and make those areas pop a little bit more. Okay, cool. So what do you guys think so far? Looking pretty good so far. I think what's gonna help this a lot is if I add the black kind of like aura whipping around him. I think that is gonna probably make this thing stand out a little bit better. So let's see if I can do that, something like that real quick. Nope. So these are kind of interesting because they're just kind of like abstract kind of shapes for the most part. again, this is pretty fire. Yeah, thank you, man. Alright, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do this. And I'm gonna drop this below stuff here. Drop this. I'm gonna drop this even below. Actually, let me do it right here. This and this. Okay, not what I had in mind. No, that's kind of okay. So it's not as organic as I wanted it to be, but we can try it again. We're gonna try it again. Okay. Nope. Also, before I forget, I need to put like a glow behind them as well. So I need to add something like a glow behind them as well. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. No, because obviously when you're over farming, you have to give off a glow around you. So. Just kind of softening the edges here. That looks a little rough. But I do need to add some more. I do need to soften the hell out of this though. Okay. That's a little too much. Yeah, if it's lagging for you guys, sorry. Certain tools in this program kind of will make it run a little slow sometimes. So, like this tool is taking forever to like render the effect. So, because the brush size is so fucking big. It's only that big because the canvas is big. Okay. That's pretty fire, not gonna lie. I did not think I was gonna be on here this long doing this, but hey, here we are. It's almost what 11:30. I started the stream at like 9, so I say this is a pretty good use of 3-4 hours. So so let's see what else we got here. Been that long? Didn't notice. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're doing pretty good artwork. Time tends to fly by, and shit. That's what happens, man. It's funny how time flies. All right, let's try these aura stuff again. I think what's fucking me up is the fact that I'm not doing. That's one. That's another one. That's another one. That's another one. Let's see how this turns out. Wait, huh? All right. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Time flies when you have fun. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna probably tint these like a dark purple, like that, so it fits in the background. There you go. And the thing about these aura stuff is that there's in the picture there's like this outline around it too. So let me see if I can recreate that. Yo, this is sick. Thanks. Yeah. I also appreciate you being in here this long, man. I know we've had people pop in and out, and people who didn't get a chance to, stick around to see it get to this point, or they're popping in and maybe they coming in halfway through, and maybe whatever. I appreciate anybody who's stuck around since the beginning of the stream. I appreciate you guys. And I'm not gonna say this is gonna be finished. I might have to come back and edit some more stuff on here. So, but it gives me a reason to stream again. If anything else. Like some of these have to get done again because of the white not going all the way through. So gotta go back in and do it again. Boom, like that. As far as other things to talk about, I finished a couple of animes recently. Um, so that was kind of cool. I got a chance to finish. What is it? Oh, Sword, the Rising of a Shield Hero, the season 4, the Rising of a Shield Hero. I got a chance to um finish My Dress Up Darling, which was another good one. Rather see the work in progress, especially if you want to observe and learn some tips and techniques. Hey man, yeah, definitely. Yeah, if like I said, I wish I could show what the reference was, so you guys could like see where I was pulling it from. Trust me, it's definitely not. It's not a good. It's not a 1-to-1, obviously. Like I mentioned before. Um, however, it's a it's a pretty good fan interpretation. Um, and again, there's like a lot of other stuff I could probably do in the background as well here. Like I could layer this differently and have some more like smaller things in the background here. Um, kind of stuff that's like here or something like that. Cause there's a lot of negative space here. So stuff like that. Stuff like that could be kind of cool. Um, Stuff that comes in from the side like that could be kind of cool. Um, Again, I'm trying to kind of look at it from the idea of the original interpretation from the artist who did it originally. It was probably trying to create something that was like chaotic going on. So there's all these like intricate designs and stuff going on. So actually, let me redo that one. Jesus. Nope. Nope. Like little stuff like that will probably help it convey some like abnormal, like little whiffs and things of that nature. Maybe this might help it a little bit. That, boom, like that. Something like that could be kind of cool. Again, using this tool for this method may not be the best. Maybe, but it helps. It helps fill up. It helps this fill up the space. Definitely. And that kind of looks a whole lot better now. We have all this extra stuff going on. We have an actual like, you know, it's not just dead space behind them. It's actually got some life going on. Now the the bottom is gonna be the part that's gonna probably suck because again, integration here, top and the bottom, it's gonna be kind of rough. I don't know if I figured out what I was gonna do with the bottom yet. Always remember to save your work. Always remember to save your work so you don't. So if anything happens to your laptop crashes or anything like that, make sure you save stuff. Haha. Is it hate to bounce? Gonna go rest for work, but gonna check out the rest of the live when I get off work. Thanks for the viewing. Hey man, yo, I appreciate you coming in and hanging out, man. I might be calling it soon anyway, just because of the fact that it's getting late. So, yeah, man, you have a good night. Thank you. And but yeah, man, this came out. This is starting to look like something, and I am very happy with how this is looking. Really, Jesus Christ, this is from afar looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. Okay, well, I will probably stream again, and we, can be able to do some finishing touches on these. Maybe do something with the bottom here. I don't know if I want to pull the reference from the source of the what the background from that was, because it's not like it was much from it to begin with. But I could maybe throw in some references to maybe before the glow up or something. I don't know. We could work it out. We could workshop some stuff. Maybe I might put the system screen or something as a faded thing here, something that fill up this dead space here on the side of the character. I'm also going to see if I can find the logo, like a PNG, and have it here in the middle, take up the space here a little bit, and maybe call it finished after that. But thank you guys for hanging out. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I appreciate you guys popping in and showing me some love. Like the stream if you like it. Don't be afraid to comment underneath it as well, and stay tuned for the next one. All right, guys, take care. Have a good night.